Hello, Shikers, and welcome back to Nerdy Chic Universe. Well, I am here with a new video, and it's a little bit more serious than you think. Well, I know here at YouTube, there has been a scare about advertisers pulling out of YouTube because of a lot of people doing a lot of mature content. Heck, I even heard about Daddy of Five. Don't want to go into too much detail about that in case if you guys have seen a lot of drama channels covering him. Even the talked about him last week, and all I have to say is, yeah, it's scary to know that a lot of advertisers have been pulling out, and not only that, a lot of people have not been getting much that many ad revenue lately. Heck, we don't have enough. I mean, heck, we don't have that much ad revenue ourselves. Uh, I took a look at our earnings, and we do get pretty good views despite having like over 32K on the channel itself. But our most popular video has uh, hit over 24,000 views, which happens to be our Attack on Titan cast panel from 2015's Omni Expo, which is a pretty good uh, number. But not much of an ad revenue right there. So we have a GoFundMe page, which I know you hear a lot of people getting Patreon. Yes, that's considered here, but I kind of feel like we don't do enough on YouTube. I tried doing the beauty videos and even taste testing, and I did do the hauls. Those don't really get as many views that we do with our convention stuff, like our right now the Omni Expo costume contest. That's still getting pretty good views. Our Paul St. Peter interview is getting a few more views as time has gone by. Um, our Steve Bloom interview has been getting pretty good views too, from what I've seen. Um, that's pretty much our popular things. So I'm not sure if I still want to do anything besides convention related stuff. Yes, I did the cosplay makeup I use video, and that's a meh count in my opinion. So yeah, really our thing is mostly convention related nowadays. But here's one thing about conventions though. It's getting more expensive nowadays. Seriously, we spent a lot during Omni Expo. I'm talking about food itself because when we went to A&W to get burgers, me and Gondress, nerdy shirts did go to Subway. I went to Subway the day before, but A&W costs $20 for double cheeseburgers, fries, and drinks over at the Florida Mall. That is a huge. That took a pretty big chunk out my account, and I was surprised that the prices are at well are more expensive at the Florida Mall for A&W than the standalone uh, drive-in and the Long John mixed A&W places that you sometimes see. So yeah, and Not only that, a lot of these conventions are expanding into a lot of places, like the World Center, which is where Holiday Matsuri is going to be taking place again this year. Hoping we get press again this year, which I've been enjoying Holiday Matsuri myself. Same with Gondress and Nerdy shirts. That because here in Orlando, that we are the only city that has a holiday themed anime convention, and it's been fun so far. And this month we are covering MegaCon. Well, for just this year. I will go into detail in Convention Impossible over on our WordPress. And we know we have to pay for parking. I know food would be another thing. We probably may have to pay for autographs from our own pockets, which that's another thing. Nowadays, a lot of conventions have been charging for autographs when I missed days it used to be free, but now it's like you had to pay. I mean, heck, let me give you an example. Let me see. My copy of Gurren Lagann, it cost me $25 to get signed by Stephen Bloom. It was worth it, actually. But using that as an example. And of course, we do have gas to consider.
Large face.
Gas to consider.
Zero faces.
Parking to consider. And so many other things. Heck, what if we need to have a hotel in the future? And of course, there's the convention rates, which I know those are pretty cheap from what I've been hearing. I mean, even Holiday Matsuri has like 100 something a night at the World Center. I forget how much it costs, but for a night, if you're doing their convention fees, but still, as another thing to consider, if we have to do that, even going back to Tampa, that's another thing. So that's why we have a GoFundMe, which is titled Nerdy Shique Universe Travel. I thought I put travels, but travel. I think GoFundMe took off the S. I think they have a character count limit. I'm not sure. But it's called Nerdy Shique Universe Travel because we here over at the WordPress site do consider going to conventions as travel. Because not only you're going to the convention itself, but there are times when the convention is giving you theme park tickets, because especially when you're in Orlando, you're surrounded by Disney, Universal, SeaWorld. Heck, we even have Fun Spot. That gets counted. And WonderWorks, like down International if you have kids. Even the Orlando Science Center, since we have a Tronicon, which is an all-technology based convention here, which I did get a posting about volunteering there. There's always next year, but still, we have all these things around us, so that's basically travel. And I even included the travel category for MegaCon Orlando's convention spotlight, which a lot of guests do love coming to Orlando, Florida, and enjoy it with their families. So, not only that, we do have to travel from one part of the city to get to the convention itself. We have to consider gas, sometimes food, if we had to pick up extra snacks. We pretty much think like convention attendees, and despite having our fancy schmancy press passes.
One face. Zero
Since
faces.
not only we're just working, we're also thinking how we get there. And of course, we
One face.
still want to
Large
go
face.
back to
One face. One
MetroCon,
face.
since
Large
that was
face.
an
Face near
amazing.
bottom edge.
Since we did have 2 years
face.
there
Large
under
face.
our
Face
belt,
near bottom
and
left
we
edge.
miss going there.
One face. Zero faces.
Another convention
One face. Large
that we
face.
might
One face.
consider
Large face.
probably
Face near
next
bottom
year or the year after is, of course, Florida
face.
SuperCon, which I heard good things about that one. But hoping we could get
One
press
zero. One
to
zero.
that
One
one.
zero. One face. Large face.
We do
One
have
face. Large face.
many other
One
goals
face.
for
Large
out of
face.
state, but right
One
now
face.
it's
Large
just
face. Face near bottom edge.
in Florida
One
at the
face.
moment.
Large face.
So,
Face near bottom edge. Zero.
Nerdy
One
Chic
face.
Universe
One face.
Travel
Large
is
face.
our
Face.
name for
One
the
face.
GoFundMe.
Large face. Face near bottom edge.
I will include the link to get to the
One
GoFundMe
face. One
page.
face. Large face.
And
Face near
please
bottom edge.
donate. Our goal. Somehow I tried putting
One face.
1,500K, but now it's actually 150,000K. I know
One
that
face.
seems
Large face.
low,
Face near bottom left edge.
but it is a goal.
One face.
So hoping
Large
we
face.
could
Face.
reach
One face. Large
that
face. Face near bottom edge.
goal to
Zero
help
faces.
us at least
One
start,
face. One face. Large
and
face. Face near bottom edge.
help us
One face.
at least
Large
get
face. Face near
some
bottom edge.
funds in time for MegaCon. If
face.
not, we do have a lot of time for
One
Holiday
face.
Matsuri.
Large face. Face near bottom edge.
And
One face. One face. Large
if
face.
we
Face
do
near
get
bottom edge.
considered this year, I'm hoping so, because we
One
did
face.
a lot of work last year, and I was happy that they included our cosplay
One face. Large face. Face
gallery
near bottom right
post
edge.
on their Facebook, which
One face.
was a very huge treat for us. So
One
hoping
face. Large face.
this year
Face near
would
bottom edge.
look up for us, especially the adventure
face.
that we have ahead of us for MegaCon. Hoping we can make all 4 days. If you
face.
haven't been
Large
to the
face.
WordPress
Face near
site,
bottom right
we did have email interviews with
One
2
face.
of the Sailor Scout voice actresses. Linda Ballantyne, who
One
was
face.
one of the
Large
original
face.
voices
One face. Large
for
face. Face near
Sailor
bottom edge.
Moon S and Super S. For those
One
of you
face.
who don't know those arcs, they were the Heart Crystal arc and the
Zero faces.
Dark Moon
One
Circus
face. Large
arc.
face. Face near bottom
I
edge.
am such a nerd. And
One face.
Katie Griffin, who played Sailor
One
Mars
face. Large
in the
face.
original
Face near
dub.
bottom edge.
And,
One face.
well, long story short, we haven't been approved to do any
Zero. One face. Large face.
interviews
Face near
with
bottom
any
edge.
of the stars, which kind of sucks.
One
But
face.
hoping we could get some video footage for you all from MegaCon this year. I know it sounds devastating,
One face.
since interviews with the voice actors,
Zero
especially
faces.
the
One
anime
face.
ones,
Large face. Face near bottom edge.
are
Zero. One
are
face.
our
Large
biggest
face.
thing.
Face near bottom edge. One face. Large face.
Especially
Zero.
with
One face.
the
Zero
interviews
faces.
with Damien Clark and Stephen Bloom, and so many other people. But what can we do? What can we do? But hey, another project that I've been working on to help us get more press is, of course, a press kit at the moment. I've been working hard on PowerPoint lately with my screen reading skills to build this PowerPoint to at least show, hey, we did all this work for 4 years, and we still want to work for you guys. So, not only that, I am having a second book published, and hoping that would also help get more sales in my first book, The Blind Perspective. In the meantime, wait for any updates. I'll be posting a video about it
Zero
once
faces.
September
Zero faces.
rolls around, because that's when it's supposed to be released. So,
One face. Zero faces.
until
One
then,
face. Large
make sure
face.
you're
Zero
on the
faces.
WordPress page. Hey, we have a
One
Facebook
face.
now,
Zero
and
faces.
also Twitter. And also make sure you visit our
One
GoFundMe
face. Zero
page
faces.
because whether it's $1 or $10, it's something, and it'll help us still go to these conventions, bring you a lot of stuff back because we enjoy doing the work. As in asking the questions to these guests, go to their panels, go to all these events,
One face.
and we
Zero
want to
faces.
bring it back to you, the viewer, and the reader as
One
well,
face.
because
Large
I
face.
also
Face
post
near
it
bottom edge.
at
Zero
WordPress.com.
faces.
So, hoping everything goes well for us and hoping
One
that
face. Zero
things
faces.
go better for YouTube because
Zero faces. One
YouTube
face.
is an
Zero
amazing
faces.
platform for artists, press people like us,
One face. Zero faces.
people that have experienced these things like conventions, want to share it with the
One
world.
face. Zero faces.
Even drama channels. I do support some of the drama channels by watching their stuff,
Zero
and
faces.
this platform is not going to be that
Zero
accessible.
faces.
Where do we go for to show the world? So
Zero faces.
make sure you guys follow us on Twitter, Facebook, which is Nerdy Chic Universe, the same way as it's always spelled all over our social media and our blog. Also, hoping with everything with MegaCon that everything does go well. So until next time, bye and
One
please
face.
donate.
Zero faces. Stop recording video.